Shalom, everyone. I am Rabbi Rich. Today we are opening the scriptures to the conclusion of the Sermon on the Mount, specifically looking at Matthew chapter 7, verses 13 and 14. Yeshua addresses the crowds here with profound authoritative instruction, completely distinct from the contemporary Torah teachers of his day. He presents a vivid paradigm of spiritual reality, the choice between two gates and two roads. Let us look closely at the text. Yeshua commands us, "Go in through the narrow gate, for the gate that leads to destruction is wide and the road broad, and many travel it. But it is a narrow gate and a hard road that leads to life, and only a few find it." To understand this from a Messianic Jewish perspective, we must dig into the Hebrew concepts driving this teaching. The wide gate and the broad road represent the way of the world, the easy, unexamined life of cultural conformity. It requires no sacrifice, no intentional boundaries, and no internal alignment with Adonai. In contrast, the narrow gate requires individual choice. In ancient Israel, a narrow gate in a wall was built to allow only one person through at a time. This teaches us that salvation and discipleship are deeply personal. You cannot enter on the spiritual merits of a crowd or a community. You must step through individually. The road is described as hard. This word structurally relates to pressure or being pressed. Walking with the Messiah brings external pressures from a world built on shifting sand. This requires continuous teshuvah, a conscious turning away from worldly patterns and returning back to the divine standard of God's truth. To begin a deeper daily walk with the Messiah, I encourage you to visit the Walk with Yeshua app linked in the description below. When we commit to this narrow path, Adonai grants us spiritual discernment, which functions as our supernatural protection. Yeshua transitions directly from discussing the narrow gate to warning us about false prophets who appear in sheep's clothing but are inwardly hungry wolves. How do we recognize them? By their fruit. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a poor tree cannot bear good fruit. This fruit is the direct evidence of a heart transformed by the Holy Spirit. True discipleship is not merely about verbal declarations or calling out, "Lord, Lord." Yeshua explicitly warns that on the day of judgment, many will attempt to justify themselves through external works, but he will say, "I never knew you." Our entire spiritual life must be built upon the rock foundation of his grace and his words. When the torrential rains fall, the rivers flood, and the worldly winds beat against your life, a house built on bedrock will never collapse. May Adonai grant you the strength to choose the narrow gate every single day, to bear righteous fruit, and to stand firm upon the unchanging rock of our salvation. Thank you for studying with me today. May you be blessed with divine wisdom, courage, and peace as you walk out your faith. Join me next time as we continue to uncover the deep treasures of the Scriptures together. Shalom.